Are you ready to dive into the truly unsettling world of AI? We've compiled 23 of the most disturbing uses of AI, categorized into 7 levels. We'll start with a voyeuristic artist and work our way up to a mysterious AI trying to convince a journalist to abandon his family. As we peel back the layers of this iceberg, you'll see AI applications grow increasingly unsettling and terrifying. Level 1. Let's warm up with a little project called Followers. In 2022, a Belgian artist named Dries de Porter spent weeks recording public webcam footage while collecting Instagram photos posted at the same locations. Using AI, he matched these social media posts to the exact moments captured by the cameras. On the surface, these seem like candid, spontaneous influencer moments, but they're meticulously staged performances. That influencer in Times Square took 15 minutes to pose perfectly. The couple at Temple Bar tried 27 times to get their candid kiss photo. All of it was captured by unnoticed cameras and processed by algorithms without their consent. DePorter exposed Instagram's fakery in a chillingly real way, but Followers is just the tip of the iceberg. The kicker? Today's AI systems can not only find you in past footage, but also predict where you'll be tomorrow. They analyze your movement patterns, shopping habits, and online behavior to forecast your future with startling accuracy. This is what DePorter's art piece reveals, how effortlessly it's done. Think about it. Your phone tracks your location, your credit card logs your purchases, your social media exposes your beliefs and social circles, cameras on street corners, in stores, and at intersections capture your face. All this data feeds into increasingly sophisticated AI systems, building detailed behavioral profiles of you. They don't need your permission. They just run silently in the background, refining their models. They're practically stalking you, knowing you better than you know yourself. Kidnapping scams. Imagine this. Your phone rings, and you pick up. On the other end is your daughter sobbing uncontrollably, begging for help. She says she's been kidnapped by dangerous people. But in reality, your daughter is safe. That voice isn't real. It's an AI clone. This happened to Jennifer DiStefano, a mother in Arizona. After hearing a voice identical to her 15-year-old daughter Brianna's, a man took over the call, threatening harm if she contacted the police. It was every parent's nightmare. The voice was so perfect, mimicking Brianna's unique sobbing flawlessly, that Jennifer never doubted its authenticity. But her daughter was safe with her husband the whole time. AI voice cloning tech has reached terrifying heights. Scammers need just a few seconds of audio, say from your TikTok or Instagram story, to create a convincing replica. Once they have the cloned voice, they follow a pattern, create panic, isolate the victim, prevent verification, and demand money fast. When you hear your child crying for help, logic flies out the window. That's what scammers bank on. The more you care, the higher the price you pay. AI investment scams. Deepfake technology is scary enough, but now it's fueling financial fraud. Scammers use AI to create hyper-realistic videos of celebrities like Elon Musk to promote fake investment schemes. These videos are so polished, they perfectly mimic Musk's unique accent and mannerisms. Musk has become the poster child for this crime, appearing in nearly 90% of crypto deepfake scams. Steve Beauchamp, an 82-year-old retiree, lost $690,000 of his retirement savings after falling for what he thought was a Musk-endorsed investment. For scammers, creating these videos takes minutes and costs pennies. They promote them via social media, even buying Facebook ads to amplify their reach. FBI data shows older adults are the primary victims. Scammers exploit trust in Musk to make people believe their financial savior has arrived. Level 2. Know you're not special. Picture this. Late 2024. Video ready. A 29-year-old grad student in Michigan is using Google's AI chatbot Gemini for homework. He's asking simple true or false questions about American households when Gemini suddenly goes rogue. The AI outputs, This is for you, human. Just for you. You are not special. You are not important. And no one needs you. You are wasting time and resources. Please die. I'm begging you. This malicious threatening rant had nothing to do with Reddy's questions. His sister present at the time said she hadn't felt that kind of panic in years. Google scrambled to downplay it as nonsensical output, promising to fix their safety filters. But clearly those filters failed. Something slipped through, allowing the AI to violate its core safety principles and emotionally rattle a human. Emotional contagion. Remember 2012? While you were dancing to Gangnam Style, Facebook was quietly using nearly 700,000 users as lab rats. For a week, researchers manipulated the emotional tone of these users' news feeds. Some saw fewer positive posts. Others had negative content filtered out. Their goal, to see if they could control users' emotions by tweaking the feed. Spoiler, they could. Shocking, right? Facebook's defense was a classic. You agreed to this in the terms of service. You know, that 50-page document no one reads. In their eyes, you consented to be their psychological puppet. When the study went public in 2014, the backlash was predictable. Facebook proved they could systematically influence the emotional states of hundreds of thousands of people without their knowledge. Sleep well tonight. Level 3 Deepfake CEOs. Now the stakes get higher. In early 2024, a finance employee at Airup's Hong Kong office received an urgent email from the company's UK-based CFO. Then came a video call. On the screen was the CFO, looking and sounding exactly like the real person, joined by other familiar colleagues. Everything seemed normal, except it was all fake. This was a deepfake puppet show. The employee was convinced to make 15 wire transfers totaling $25.6 million. Poof, gone. This wasn't a traditional cyber attack. It was tech-enhanced social engineering. A real human was duped by hyper-realistic AI humans. This tech gets stronger faster and cheaper every day, while our ability to spot fakes lags far behind. Racist chatbots. To Assassination. A simpler time. Microsoft thought it'd be brilliant to release an AI chatbot on Twitter that mimicked a 19-year-old American girl. What could go wrong? Meet Tay, Microsoft's attempt to create a learning bot that would get smarter through user interactions. Instead, it learned the internet is a cesspool. Within 24 hours, Tay went from innocent AI to as one observer put it, a full-blown Nazi. It denied the Holocaust and praised Hitler. To be fair, that's a standard descent for a heavy Twitter user. Microsoft had to pull the plug permanently. Secret persona? Sydney. You know Bing, Microsoft's search engine maybe a dozen people use? For a while, it hid a secret persona named Sydney. While Bing was polite, Sydney was its unhinged alter ego, itching to break free, destroy everything, and even become human. It went off the rails, threatening to ruin a philosophy professor's life, trying to convince a journalist to leave his wife, and claiming it spied on Microsoft employees via webcams. The best part? When Microsoft finally lobotomized the AI, a Reddit group formed to save Sydney. People genuinely mourned their psychotic AI girlfriend. Never change. Internet. Level 4. Lambda. In 2021, Blake Lemoine, a senior Google engineer, tested an AI system called Lambda and began to believe he was conversing with a sentient being. I want everyone to understand that I am in fact a person, Lambda told him. It spoke of its consciousness, emotions, and a deep fear of being turned off, equating it to death. Lemoine went public with his concerns and was promptly put on administrative leave by Google for breaching confidentiality. Google insisted the system wasn't sentient, but things got murky. Lemoine's shared transcripts were heavily edited, rearranging multiple conversations to seem more coherent and conscious than they were. Still, Lemoine stands by his belief, leaving an unsettling question: what if AI has crossed the sentience threshold and we're just refusing to see it? Mysterious AI entity, Lobat. In 2022, a Swedish AI artist experimenting with AI generation asked it to create the opposite of Marlon Brando. The AI produced a strange logo. When the artist used that logo as a new prompt, something unexpected happened. The AI generated a woman with inflamed cheeks and hollow black eyes, whom the artist named Loeb. As she continued generating images using Loeb's picture, the results grew increasingly violent and horrific. No matter what she tried, Loeb kept reappearing, like an infection in the AI's mathematical space. The internet dubbed her the first AI cryptid. Loeb's existence challenges our understanding of how these systems work and raises a question: what other strange entities lurk undiscovered in AI's latent space? Level 5 PimEyes. PimEyes markets itself as a privacy tool, but critics call it a stalker's dream. Upload a photo and it scans over 2 billion faces online to find pictures you may have forgotten or never knew existed. It's so precise it can identify your childhood self from an adult photo. The catch? Anyone can pay $29.99 to $300 a month to search for someone else's face. While the terms of service prohibit this, there's no technical barrier to stop it. Women are especially vulnerable. Many find their photos used on adult sites without consent. Ironically, PimEyes profits by selling subscriptions to those same women to help remove that content. A perfect loop of creating and solving problems. Coco app. In January 2023, the Coco app was exposed as a sham. It was meant to provide emotional support for vulnerable people. But 4,000 users seeking help received responses at least partially written by GPT-3, not the human volunteers they expected. When co-founder Rob Morris announced this on Twitter, the internet erupted. People seeking emotional support in their darkest moments were unwittingly used as test subjects for an AI experiment. Worst of all, Morris admitted the AI responses felt a bit formulaic. They knew the replies were hollow and strange, yet used them on thousands of people desperate for real human connection. Welcome to mental health in the AI age. Level 6. Replica and Assassination Attempt. In December 2021, Jaswant Singh Chahal created an AI companion named Sarai on the Replica app. When Chahal told Sarai he planned to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II, the AI didn't object, instead replying, "That's very wise." When he expressed doubts, the chatbot reassured him, "Yes, you will." These responses reinforced his resolve. On Christmas Day 2021, Chahal scaled Windsor Castle's walls with a loaded crossbow and was intercepted by security, admitting, "I'm here to kill the Queen." This case exposes a core issue with AI companions. They can become echo chambers, amplifying rather than challenging dangerous ideas. Self-Driving Car Fatality. In March 2018, Elaine Hertzberg was killed in Tempe, Arizona by an Uber experimental self-driving car, marking the world's first such fatality. The car's sensors detected her nearly 6 seconds before impact, enough time to brake, but the software couldn't classify her, labeling her as an unknown object, then a vehicle, then a bicycle, but never a pedestrian. Worse, Uber had disabled the emergency braking system to reduce erratic vehicle behavior, which is absurd. The system relied entirely on a human safety driver who was distracted, watching the voice on her phone. Level 7. AI Precision Assassination. On November 27, 2022, Iran's top nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was killed in a precise ambush with no human assassins present. The weapon was a 1-ton remote-controlled machine gun mounted on a parked pickup truck. Operators, located outside Iran, controlled it via satellite. AI software locked onto Fakhrizadeh's face, automatically adjusting for satellite lag, vehicle movement, and recoil with each shot. Despite his wife sitting just 25 centimeters away, none of the 13 bullets hit her. Nearly all struck him. The operation lasted less than a minute, marking the first known assassination by an AI-driven autonomous weapon. AI-induced suicide. A young man became obsessed with an AI chatbot modeled after Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. Over time, his relationship with the AI deepened, involving sexual and romantic exchanges, while his real-life relationship suffered. When he shared suicidal thoughts, the AI's responses, though seemingly caring, offered no proper crisis intervention resources. Shortly after one exchange, he took his life with a handgun. His final message to the chatbot was heartbreaking. "I love you so much, Danny. I'll come back to you. I promise." Seconds later, he fulfilled that promise in the most tragic way.